Hello everybody. Today we are going to work on some phoneme graphing mapping with our mapping worksheet here. You can find a link to this sheet in the description of the video. I have mine put under plexiglass, but when you print yours out, if you want to put it under these little sleeves you can find at the dollar store really cheap, or any kind of plastic really. If you want to put over top, you turn it into a dry erase surface so that you can easily wipe it clean and work on each word. Now you want to get you a little manipulative of some sort. This is fun, makes sounds, so you can pop out sounds. You need some type of a piece of Play-Doh, or you can get these little tokens, or you can get anything to just map the sounds out in the sound boxes with. And we'll be tapping out the sounds, so if you want to get you a little toy to put on your finger, make it more fun to tap out the sounds to, or you can just tap it out with your finger. Whatever you enjoy is fine. Today we're working on the crybaby rule. So this tells you, it's a reading rule, so it tells you when you're reading and you see the letter Y at the end of a word, what sound it makes. Okay, so a word with one vowel ending in Y makes the I sound, like in cry or spry, sly, fly. All of these examples are when a single vowel word ending in Y, the Y makes the I sound, with the exception of these in red. They and key break that rule. I'm going to explain why in a minute. And a word with more than one vowel ending in the Y makes the E sound, like in baby. That's two syllables in baby, baby. So since it's a two-syllable word ending in Y, that Y makes the E sound. Cry makes the I sound. Baby makes the E sound. It's the difference between one syllable and two syllable. Baby has two syllable. Notice it has two vowels. The A is a vowel and the Y is acting as a vowel in this word too. Baby, baby. Now you might say, well, why, how about words like toy or play? Toy and play are one vowel, but they make they end in an A sound and an OI sound. Well, that's because they're vowel teams. AY and OY are vowel teams. Now, that's more complicated subject than we're dealing with today, so we will learn about vowel teams much later. But that is the reason why single syllable words that end in AY or OY do not follow this rule because of vowel teams. But like I said, we're going to learn some more complicated concepts later. That's why we're not going to do all these words today. You've got some vowel teams and other rules in here. So we're going to focus on ones with simpler rules in it, and we're going to teach you how to map out those words. Okay, so let's start off simple with the word cry. Cry. I. 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 Three sounds. I. I. I'm going to get our marker, dry erase marker, and we're going to write it. Write the sounds. Now we know can be two letters. It could be C, it could be K. we don't know yet what that is. So we're going to move on. We know that's an R. And because of our crybaby rule, the I sound is a Y. I. How do we know what this K sound is? Because of our kiss the cat rule. Remember, if there is an E, I, or Y next to the K sound would be a K. Now that's a spelling rule. The reading rule is if you see a C and there's an E, I, or Y next to it, that C makes a S sound. But we're spelling here, so we're going to focus on the spelling rule. If there's an E, I, or Y next to the K sound, the K is a K, so write it down. But that's not an E, I, or Y. It's an R, which means the K sound is a C. It's our little bookmarks to help us remember. You can go print those out too. They're also in the printables section. So, K-er-I is C-R-Y. K-er-I, K-er-I, cry. Now we're going to write it in our lines to practice our handwriting skills. We're going to start out with a capital so we don't forget how to write our capitals, going all the way from the top to the bottom. K, K, I. As you're writing, make the sounds. K, I, K, I, K, I. Cry. Now that you know how this works, we're going to move a little faster with the next ones. Alright, so let's take this off. By the way, cry means you got tears running down your face because you're upset about something. That's when you cry. So let's move on to our next word. Our next word is spry. Spry. If you're spry, you have lots of energy. You're very spry. 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 4 sounds. Spry. Could be an S, could be a C. It's usually an S. But we're going to wait and see for sure. Sp, p. P. Okay, is that an E, I, or Y? No, it's a P. So the S sound is an S. Now that's not actually a spelling rule, but it works here too. It's a reading rule. But like I said, that's not an E, R, or Y, so that is an S. Sp, I. Sp, I. Sp, I. Spry. 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 I am very spry, so I have lots of energy. I. 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 Spry. Good job. Our next word is sly. Sly. If you're sly, you're crafty. You're tricky. Sly. Sly like a sly fox. Sly. Sly. I. 3 sounds. 1, 2, 3. I. Could be a C, could be an S. Is that an E, I, or Y? No. So the sound is an S. Doesn't always work that way, like I said, because that's actually a reading rule, not a spelling rule. But it does work here. I. Sly. Sly. Good job. And just remember, when you're spelling, the sound usually is an S. It's not a C that often. Our next word is fly. Fly. I fly through the sky like a bird. Fly. I. 3 sounds. I. Fly. We're going to do capital F to practice our capitals. All the way to the top. I. Fly. Or like the bug fly. Could be the bug fly. Like a house fly. Good job. Next word is dry. Dry. If I'm not wet, I'm dry. I. 3 sounds. I. If you don't know which way a lowercase d goes, go back and check your hand trick video to know ducks quack, ducks quack. D goes that way, lowercase d. I. Dry. Now uppercase D goes the other direction. I. Dry. I think my marker's getting dry on me. Dry. Good job. I might have to change color markers because my marker is getting dry. My dry erase marker. Let's try blue. Our next word is thy. Thy. That's a tricky word because we don't hear that one very often unless you're reading some old English book like Shakespeare or something. Thy means you. If I'm saying I want thy cat, your cat. It's a very old word. You're not going to hear it very often at all. But thy is the word. The I. the I, two sounds. The I. What's the sound? It is the digraph TH. We learned that in a previous video. So if you don't know your digraphs, go back and watch the digraph video so you'll learn when two letters make one sound, it's a digraph. Di means two, graph means a written letter. So the sound is a TH, and it goes in one box. TH. It goes in one box because these are sound boxes, not letter boxes. So since these two letters make one sound, they go in one box. The I. I is a Y. So the I, thy. We're going to practice making our capitals when we write it in our lines. TH makes the. It can be the or th. The is the voiced the. If you put your hand on your throat, you'll hear the. It'll rumble and it'll actually tickle your lips a little bit when you say it. Or it can be pronounced th, like thumb, or the, like thee. But this is the, like thy. The I. The I. The I. Thy. Good job. Let's do another one. Our next word is by. By. By the way, I'd like to say you did a good job. By. By. B-I. 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 And which way does B go? Check your hand tricks. Boy goes that way. By. B-I. 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 Buy. And that's not buy like you're buying something from the store. It's buy like I drove by him. I walked by him. Like I said, by the way, I'd like to say this. By. Capital B goes the same direction as lowercase b. But it looks like that. I. Buy. Good job. Our next word is sty. Sty. A pig lives in a sty. Your mother might go see your messy room and say, clean up this pig sty. Sty. St-I. 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 Now, like I said, can be two letters, but usually it's an S. So if you're guessing, the S sound is an S. T, t, t. And notice it follows the rules. Doesn't always, because like I said, it's a reading rule. But this isn't an E-I or Y, so it's a T. So S is an S, not a C. St-I. 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 Sty. I, st, I, st, I, sty. Does your pig live in a sty? If you have a pig. Good job. Our next word is shy. Shy. If you're shy, you don't really like to be around people much, or you don't talk a lot. You're kind of quiet and keep to yourself. Shy. 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 Now, there's another digraph in here. That's what makes a sh sound as a digraph. 2 letters make 1 sound. Shh. If you don't know your digraphs, go back and practice your digraphs. Shh. Shh. 2 letters go in 1 sound box. Shh. I. Shh. I. Shh. I. Shh. I. Shy. Capital S and H. Shh. I. Shh. I. Shh. I. Shh. I. Shy. Good job. Our next word is sky. 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 Airplanes and birds fly high in the sky. 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 3 sounds. Sky. The sound usually is an S. Now there's another tricky sound. Could be a C, could be a K. Now, but we know this from a spelling rule, and that's what we're doing here is spelling. So we're gonna wait on that one. I, because the crybaby rule is a Y. And if there's a E, I, or Y next to the K sound, the sound is K, so write it down. See? It works out. Sky. 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 I. My lines are a little wavy because my hand's a little shaky. Sky. 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 Good job. Okay, our next word is my. My. I like to play with my toys. They belong to me. My. If it's mine, I say my. Give me my toy back, please. My. My. I. I. Is an M. I is a Y. My. Capital M. Lowercase y. My. Good job. Okay, our next word is spy. Spy. If you spy on somebody, you're watching them and they don't know it. Spy. I, sp, I. Sp, I. Sp, I. S is usually an S. I, sp, I, sp, I, spy. You can play I spy with your friends. I spy with my little eye something that starts with an S. Spy. I, sp, I, sp, I, spy. Good job. The next word is why. Why? Why do you want to spell the word why? Because it's fun. That's why. I. 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 What makes the sound? It's a digraph. WH. Is two letters that make one sound. It's called a digraph, so it goes in one box. I. Why? Why don't you spell the word why? I. Why? Good job. Okay, and then, like I said, we have two rule breakers at the bottom here, they and key, and that's because EY and EY are vowel teams. In they, EY makes the A sound, long sound A. And in key, EY makes the long E sound, E, key. So that's why they break the rules, because they are vowel teams, like A, Y, and OY, A and OY. So next we're going to work on two-syllable words. Two-syllable words that end in Y. So the Y in this case makes the E sound, like baby. So our first word is going to be baby. A baby is a small child, a small human that has to be taken care of a lot. Baby. B-A-B-E. 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 Four sounds. B-A-B-E. B is a B. Remember your hand trick so you know what direction it goes. B. A. No, A can make two sounds, I or A, but in this case it's an A because it's a two-syllable word. B. E. And where's the syllable break? Baby. Baby. Right between the A and the second B. right there. And that's why this A makes its long sound A. Because it's open. It's not closed in by the B. It's not closed in by a consonant. It's open. So it makes its long sound A. And that's open and closed rule. If a vowel is open, it makes a short sound. If it's closed in by a consonant, it makes its long sound. It says its name. So B-A, B-E, B-A, B-E, baby. Now let's write it out nice and neat. B-A, B-E, B-A, B-E, B-A, B-E, baby. Good job. Get rid of this. Okay, our next word is city. City. If you don't live in the country, then maybe you live in the city with all the big buildings and fancy stores and things. You're not out with all the farm land. You're in the city. City. It-E. 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 4 sounds. It-E. Now, no, I said that usually the sound is going to be an S. But in this case, it is not an S, it's a C. E is short I. There's my marker messing up again. Let's fix that. Just go with blue. All right. E, t, t, E. But this works with the kiss the cat rule. E, I, or Y next to a C. The C says S. But like I said, that's a reading rule. It's not a spelling rule. So you really only know that when you see the letter C and it's next to an E, I, or Y, then that C makes the S sound and not the K sound. Doesn't really work so well when you're spelling. But it does hold true in this particular word, even when spelling. S-it-e, S-it-e, city. So let's write it nice and neat. S-it-e, 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 city. Good job. Like I said, if you have, trouble remembering these rules, go get you the little quick reference guide in the printables. Where is my kiss the cat? There it is. And you can make these little, cut it up and make these little bookmarks out of it and have them near you so that you can always just quick reference them. Okay, our next word is lady. Lady. A lady is a woman. Lady. Laid E. Laid E. L-A-D E. 4 sounds. L-A-D E. L, is it L, A, laid, E. Because our crybaby rule, more than one syllable, the E sound is a Y. Laid, E. Why is this a long sound A? Because the syllable break is right there between the A and the D. And that's a long sound A because it's open. It's not closed in by a consonant. Laid, E. Laid, E. Lady. Now let's write it nice and neat. L, A, D, E, laid, E, laid, E, lady. Good job. Our next word is shady. Shady. If I'm not out in the bright sunlight, I'm under a tree where it's shady. And it's cool in the shade. It's shady. Shade, E. Shade, E. Shade, E. 4 sounds. Sh, A, D, E. Shh, shh. You recognize the sh sound? It's a digraph. Sh, S, H. 1 sound, 1 box. Sh, sh. A, D, 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 E. A makes its long sound A because right here's the syllable break. It's open. It's not closed in by a consonant. Sh, A, D, E. Sh, A, D, E. Shady. Let's write it nice and neat. A, D, E, shade, E, shade, E, shady. Good job. Our next word is candy. Candy. If you eat too much candy, you have to go to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned because that sugar is going to give you cavities. Candy. K and E. K and E. K and E. 5 sounds. K, A, N, D, E. K, K. K. Could be 2 things. Could be K, could be C. So let's move on to the next thing. A, as an A. So, what's our kiss the cat rule? If there's an E, I, or Y next to the K sound, the sound is K, so write it down. Is that an E, I, or Y? No, it's an A, so that K sound is not a K, it's a C. K, A, N, D, E. So the E sound is a Y because the crybaby rule. 2 syllables, ending in a Y, or more than 1 syllable. Could be 2, 3, 4 syllables, whatever. Ends in a Y, makes the E sound. K and E. Now, that's 2 syllables, so where's the break? Candy, candy. It's between the N and the D. That's why the A makes it short sound, ah, in can. K and E. K and E. The N closes in the A to make a short sound. K and E, candy. Capital C, K, K, K. A, N, D, E. K and E, K and E, candy. Good job. The next word is entry. Entry. If you have allowed me entry into your house, you have let me come into your house. I have entered your house, so I've been allowed entry into your house. Entry. E. 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 Short E. E. That's all easy phonics. E. E. Entry. Nothing tricky about that. It does have 2 syllables. And tree. Syllable breaks are right there, which is why this is a short E, because it's closed in by the consonant N. Now let's write it out nice and neat. Start with the capitals. We don't want to forget to write our capitals. E. E. Entry. Good job. Our next word is ugly. Ugly. The opposite of pretty is ugly, but you shouldn't call anybody ugly. That's not nice. That would be ugly to call somebody ugly. You can act ugly too. Ugly. 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 4 sounds. E. Short U. G. It's a G. E. Ugly. 2 syllables. Where's the break? Ugly. Ugly. The break is right there between the 2 consonants, which is why U makes its short sound U, not its long sound. I mean, it's short sound not its long sound U. It's not ugly, it's ugly. 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 E. Ugly. 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 Good job. Our next word is angry. Angry. If you're not happy, you're angry. Try not to be angry about things. Angry. 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 A-N-G-R-E. A is an A. A. N. N. G. R. E. 2 syllables. Where's the break? Angry. Angry. Now you might want to put it here. Angry. If you clap it out, it kind of sounds like it should be between the N and G, but it's gonna be between the A and the N because it's not angry, it's angry. Unless your dialect, you know, maybe with your dialect you say angry, in which case you could put the syllable break right here and then make this a short A, and it would be angry. If that's where people, if that's how people talk where you live, that's fine. Put the syllable break right there. Around here we usually say angry, so our syllable break's right there, and it makes its long sound A. A. Ng. E. A. Ng. E. A. Ng. E. Angry. A. N. G. E. Angry. 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 Don't get angry if it's hard to spell the word angry. I don't think it's too hard. But you did a good job. Okay. Next word we're going to do is ability. 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 E. Look at all those sounds. Ability. E. We used up all of our old Cohen boxes. Is an A. B. Ab. I. L. I. Ab. Il. I. T. E. Ab. Il. It. E. That's a long word, but it all works phonetically. Ab. Il. It. E. No funny tricks in that word. And you got short A. Ab. Il. It. E. So ab, syllable break, ab, and the consonant B closes in the A, making a short sound. Ab, il, there's our second syllable break. Consonant L closes in the I, makes it short sound. Ab, il, it. There's our next syllable break. Consonant T closes in the I, makes it short sound. And then the Y is all by itself on the end, and it is its own vowel. So, like I said, this is when the Y is considered a vowel. So you've got a vowel in each one of the syllables, which is how it should be. Every syllable has to have a vowel. A vowel sound, that is. Now, a vowel sound can be made with more than one vowel, but every syllable has to have a vowel sound. Ab, il, it, e. Ab, il, it, e. Ability. Good job. A, b, I, l, I, t, e. Ab, il, it, e. Ability. It's a long word. Long word for little kids, but you did a great job. See, just take your time and work it out. And you can even do big words. Next, let's do empty. 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 If something's not full, it's empty. If you fill a glass with water and then pour all the water out, the glass is empty. 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 And make sure you pronounce that P in empty, or you're not going to know empty has a P. If you say empty, which some people do, but if you want to know how to spell, you got to pronounce all those letters. Empty. E. Empty. Empty. E. E. Empty. Where's the syllable break? Empty. Empty. Well, you could put it, generally they tell you, you find the vowels. Here's the vowel, one on the front, one on the end, and this one's got 3 consonants in the center. So you want that consonant to go that way, that consonant to go that way. Now the one in the middle could go left or right. It really doesn't matter whether it's empty or empty. It doesn't really matter. It could be on this side, could be on this side. The point is, the E is making a short sound because it's closed in by a consonant. So whether that P is on this side or that side doesn't matter. Empty. 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 Capital E for E. Empty. 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 Good job. Okay, our next word is crazy. Crazy. You're crazy. You're acting crazy. 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 tricky k sound. Could be a K, could be a C. So let's move on to the next box, because this is a spelling rule. K, Okay, now we can figure out what the k sound is. Is that an E-I or Y? No, it's an R. So the k sound is a C, not a K. Because if there's an E, I, or Y next to the k sound, the sound is K, so write it down. And that's not an E, I, or Y, so it's not a K. It's a C. K, A, Z, Z, E. K, A, Z, E. Now where's the syllable break? Crazy, crazy. It's between the A and the Z, which is why A is making its long sound and not its short sound. A, Z, E, because it's open. It's not being closed in by this Z, because that Z is on that syllable, not this syllable. A, Z, E, crazy. Let's write it out nice and neat in our lines. A, Z, E. A, Z, E. A, Z, E. Crazy. Good job. Let's see, what's our next word? Agony. 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 If I'm in agony, I am miserable. Maybe hurting really bad or really, really sad. I'm in agony. Ag-on-e. Ag-on-e. Ag-a-n-e. Ag-a-n-e. Short A. Ag, ag, g, g. N, n, E. Ag on E. How many syllables is in that? Agony. Agony. 3 syllables. Ag. Right there. Ag on E. A is short because it's closed in by the consonant. O is short because it's closed in by the consonant. Ah. Ag on E. Ag on E. Y is its own vowel. Ag on E. Agony. 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 G. E. Ag on E. Ag on E. Agony. It wasn't too much agony spelling the word agony. Good job. Our next word is 60. 60 is a number. 60. A 6 and a 0 is the number 60. Sixt-e. 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 E. S is usually an S. I, X, X, X. It's an X. X, T. E. Now see, this is why I said the kiss the cat rule for the S sound is a reading rule and not a spelling rule, because it does a lot of times it wouldn't work out if you were using it as a spelling rule. Like this, S is next to an E-I or Y. That's I. So that's why that part of the kiss the cat rule is a reading rule and not a spelling rule. X, T, E, X, T, E, 60. And where's the syllable break? 6D, 6D. Right there. The I is being closed in by the consonant, which is why it's a short I and not a long I. 6D, 60. I, X, T, E, X, T, E, X, T, E, 60. I'll be able to spell the word 60 until I'm 60 years old. I hope I can spell it even longer than that. Good job. Our next word is gonna be fancy. Fancy. If I'm dressed up really fancy, I'm going to a dance or a ball or some kind of fancy party. I'm all dolled up. Or if I was a guy, I'd be wearing a suit and tie if I'm dressed fancy. E, E. 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 Now, I said that usually the sound is an S, but in this case it's a C, and it's followed by a Y, fancy. So when the C is next to an E-I or Y, it makes the S sound. So this is a reading rule. So if you see the word fancy and you see that there's a C at the end, you know it makes a S sound because it's followed by an E-I or Y. So it holds true pretty much most of the time when you use it as a reading rule. You just can't really use it as a spelling rule because it doesn't work enough as a spelling rule. Fancy. 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 Where's the syllable break? Fancy. Fancy. Right there. And the A is making it short sound because it's closed in by the consonant N. Fancy. 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 Like the book Fancy Nancy. Fancy Nancy. Good job. The next one we're gonna do, let's see. We can do bulky. It's not too. It doesn't have any letters in it we're not ready for yet. Bulky, 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 bulky. If something's bulky, it is heavy and thick. Like if you go out in the winter and you wear a thick coat, your coat is bulky. Or maybe if you go to the gym and you get big, strong arms, you get bulky arms. Bulky. B-O-L-K-E. 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 Whoops. B, b, b. K, k. Well, there's that tricky k sound, but we can use our spelling rule on it because that one works pretty much all the time. K, E, k, E. We know E is a Y. And if there's an E, I, or Y next to the k sound is K, so write it down. K. So it's the k sound is a K because it's next to an E, I, or Y. B-O-L-K-E. B-O-L-K-E. Bulky. Where's the syllable break? Bulky. Bulky. Right there. So the U is closed in by the consonant, which is why it makes its sounding bulky. Next, let's write it nice and neat. Our big B goes the same direction as our little b. B, b, b. L, k. E, bulk, E, bulk, E, bulky. But I get this thick, bulky winter coat off because it's too hot in here. Good job. Let's see. We got one more word here that is simple rules that we can do. Academy. Academy. Academy is like a school. If you go to a school, it might have the last name Academy, like I don't know, Lake Academy or something. Academy. 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 That's a long one. E. Look at all those sounds. E. We used up all our Alcoan boxes. Okay. We're gonna write this out. Oh, and well, I get ahead of myself. We don't know yet what the k sound is, so let's move on. What's the rule? If there's an E, I, or Y next to the k sound, the sound is a K, so write it down. That is not an E, I, or Y, so the sound is not a K, it's a C. E. A long word, but we did it. Check that out. E. Where's our syllable breaks? E. E. It's a lot of syllables. Right there. Add, right there. M, right there. E. Short sound A because it's being closed in by the consonant C. So short sound A. A is making the short sound A. Ack. Short sound because it's being closed in by the consonant D. So short sound A is A. Short sound because it's being closed in by the consonant M. Short sound is A. Ack, add, M, E. Ack, add, M, E. Academy. Now let's write it nice and neat. A, k, a, d, e, m, e. Ac, ad, m, e. Ac, ad, m, e. Academy. Good job. I'm going to finish it off with a big word. It's taking up all our boxes. And then, of course, there's rule breaker words in that one too. You can see them all in Y here. July isn't ending in the E sound, even though it's 2 syllables. So you got to realize that there are rule breaker words in this. Y is a tricky letter. There's a lot of things going with the letter Y, but we're dealing with the most simple ones first. As we go along, we get older, we build on all of our phonics skills, and we'll learn the harder ones as we go. So you did a good job today, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.